Hello. Sorry about the technical difficulties we had there, but we are up and running. Just need to get the Instagram up and running. Y'all know, get it up on a Monday. Today is a great episode. Welcome to Dad Mentality. I'm your host, the Beast One. I'm glad to be here today. Today we have a guest host with us, Chef Dennis, and Who's Cooking in the Kitchen, as we talk about our segments and go into the great communication about money, about technology, about entertainment, and we're going to go ahead and Chef Dennis is going to talk to us about communication, and y'all know what it is. It's Dad Mentality.
What is Dad's mentality? What it is? The mentality of taking care of family. As a man, it get lonely. I can't even call my homies, but I answer every call when my kids call me. I be there when they need me. They depending on me. They looking up to me. Sometimes we gotta fix our mental. Or maybe it's not meant to be a dad, a father, that's what men do. I made a promise to my kids, that's what I do. I just want them to do things better than I do. Or better yet, better things that I did. What is Dad's mentality? What it is? The mentality of taking care of family. As a man, it get lonely. I can't even call my homies, but I answer every call when my kids call me. I be there when they need me. They depending on me. They looking up to me. Welcome to the show, shout out to the coach. And Matty Ice Cold Crypto. And each one, teach one. That's mentality, we just try and reach one. What is that's mentality?
Hello. It's your boy, the Beast One. Welcome to Dad's Mentality.
Yo, I love it.
Yes. We definitely want to get a shout out to Art by Guapo. Y'all know he did our introduction. He also has a show on right now. You can catch it on YouTube. If you haven't watched episode 1 and 2, it is on YouTube right now. You can go to Daknox. It's Daknox. Make sure you support this young brother. As you can see, he does great work. He did my intro. You know, he's doing something great, putting his life out there in animation. You know, a loose interpretation of his life. And check it out and make sure you support him, because we definitely do here at Dad Mentality. But as you know, I don't do this by myself. I have my boys with me, 100 grand. You know, I'll go ahead and introduce him first this week, because, you know, our commanders won this week. So we're going to go ahead and let him get his shine and say what's up. Y'all know him. He used to be a DC native. He used to be from the DMV. He used to be from this area and was a proud Redskin supporter, but now he's the hater extraordinaire. But he's still my best friend, my man since the sandbox. We were 4 years old. Coach, what's going on, Coach? How you doing today, sir? And you're muted.
Coach, you're muted.
Let me unmute you. There you go, Coach. Oh, you got to unmute yourself. There you go.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing pretty good, man. I mean, that's a great intro from a fair weather fan that posted, you know what I'm saying, packing this stuff up to DMX in a tote a week ago. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Just keep the same energy. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all, I mean, you said y'all go to Super Bowl. So we
3 years. In 3 years. We keep on bringing it up. Don't forget the 3 years part. I got 3 years. We going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I can
saying?
see that.
No, we'll get into that when we talk later, man. That y'all set yourselves up for a bigger downfall.
As you know,
Not really, man. Not really.
As you know, I don't do it by myself. I got my other man here. You know, this guy represents the DMV proudly. You know, you'll see him. Every time you see him, he got his gear on, representing where he from.
It ain't never
where
updated.
My hood,
that's
where
old
my
gear.
hood
Hey,
at, you know
hey.
what I'm saying? Y'all know him as a diversified hustler. He's wealthy and blessed. Y'all also know him as Matty Ice, Mr. Bitcoin cryptocurrency. What's up, sir? How you doing today?
Man, excellent, man. Yeah. You know, good day, good weekend, man. You know what I mean? always
Yeah.
a little bit better when man, we gotta
Yeah.
win the team in the city, man. Get that
Yeah,
W.
exactly. Always better when you don't get that text. You know what I'm saying? The last 3
Oh,
weeks I've been getting that text. Man, this
here's
week
the
I ain't
thing.
hear a damn thing. Hold on,
I
I'm doing my
noticed.
intros, man. I'm doing my intros. All right, let me do my intros. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that this week today we got a special guest host who's joining us. You know, he's unfortunately he's a 49ers fan, but we still gonna let him represent and show himself for everybody out here that made bad decisions also. But as far as a podcast host, he's a great host. Y'all can catch him on Who's Cooking with He Was Cooking Chef Dennis podcast. You can catch it on YouTube anywhere you go. I've been a guest on there. You definitely need to check him out and follow him. It's great content. His girl Lady T and him definitely do it up. And it is Chef Dennis. What's going on, Chef Dennis?
Man, it's blessed to be here with you guys, man. Look, my thing is, when I'm looking at y'all 3 fathers, man, I love to see y'all smiling because that's what it is. A smile, man, it shows a lot, man. It shows that you're happy, even in the midst of your storm, man. And so I'm appreciative to be here with you guys, and I'm just blessed to be here, man. For real, for real.
Well, I'm glad you're still wearing your gear in the midst of the storm that the 49ers caught last night. But we ain't gonna bring that up. We're gonna talk about good things, good things. So
you gotta throw the boomerang.
We're gonna go ahead and get into this week. Go ahead and get into this week. You know what I'm saying? A great week of where you are in your mental health check-in. Here on Dad Mentality, we believe mental health is important. You need to, talk to somebody, whether it be your therapist, your pastor, your best friend. Just talk to somebody and let them know how you're feeling, that you're not alone. Us as men have been told all our lives we got to keep it in and hold it together. That is a falsehood we like to break here on their show. It's all right to talk about your feelings. You catch last week's show, I talked about some very personal things that I was going through and feelings I have. It's okay, man. It made me feel better. Definitely helped me get through my week. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'll go ahead and start first this week with my numbers and let y'all know where I'm at. I mean, it still has been a very tough week. This week was very, very busy because of Thanksgiving. And I appreciate you fellas after Thanksgiving. I'm sure y'all weeks were very busy too, joining me today and keeping it going. But, it was a very busy week. My wife, like I told y'all, she had a funeral she went to. This week it was then pulling up Thanksgiving together. I did have a great Thanksgiving. It was good. Besides, I was babysitting. Y'all know Kendra, who joined us, the fitness guru, Lady K Fitness. Where next time we have her on, we're gonna talk to her about her damn dog because her dog stole our turkey. You know what I'm saying? Her dog jumped up on the counter, knocked the turkey off the counter, and then proceeded to go snout deep into our turkey. So we only had to
stop playing.
Nah, I ain't playing. I only got to eat one day of turkey. The best part was when Kendra's husband came to pick up the dog had diarrhea. So then we was
from eating the turkey.
Turkey. Yeah.
Y'all had that was like a little a movie right there. The jumped on the counter and slam.
Knocked it off. Well, here's the worst part. So I told Vicky to put the food away before they went out. This was after this because we didn't eat this on Thanksgiving. This day after Thanksgiving. Because for Thanksgiving we went over a parents' house, but we always make a turkey for the house here.
Yeah.
So we had already cut it up, ate this, that, and other. Her and Trinity were going out, so I told them to make sure they put the food away. So they happened to put everything away except for the turkey. And the dog was upstairs. I was downstairs with Jonathan playing zombies. So all I heard was this big ass boom, and I was like, God damn, what the hell was that? But I was in the middle of a round of zombies, so I couldn't move immediately. So I sat there and it took us some time to get it down. Then my son could wash my back so I can go up there. And when I went up there, man, he was deep. I'm talking about had his whole nose in the cavity of the turkey. He done ate all the reason he had diarrhea. He ate all the grease that was around the turkey. You know what I'm saying? He licked all that shit up first before he ate the turkey, and then he had like the whole half done. So long story short, I ended up cutting up the turkey and feeding it to both the dogs. Because I was like, it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time. I only did the turkey breast for those who want to be dog people and tell me you're not supposed to give the turkey leg because it has those little things in it. Don't worry, I didn't. It was only the turkey breast. I cut it up and gave it to the dogs. But anyway, yeah, that's how it was. And then when her husband came, the dog had diarrhea and pooped everywhere, and he had to clean that up. It was right on time. I guess he got excited to see him and shot diarrhea all through the kitchen, so he had to clean that up. But but it was still good times, man. Family's good. My daughter's birthday's coming up in January. She'll be 18 years old. So, I did hit on the parlay, and she made sure that she had a PowerPoint presentation ready and available to show me to take her. She wants to go for her birthday to see Hamilton in New York with her friends. So, they plan on spending my money already. So that money pretty much already gone. So, but other than that, I'll say, my score from 0 to 10, I was a 6 last week. I say I'm about a 7.25 right now. Still got a lot of things that I'm trying to deal with and get over. But, the greatest thing is I keep on thinking of is that ultimately I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, I'm blessed. I have a great family. I have great friends. I have a lot of things. The things that always gets me is the million little things that'll bother you and get you going throughout your day. So there you go. That's my score. Coach, where you at?
This week I'm probably at about a 7.5. Wasn't a bad week. Similar to yours, just busy without the dog stuff. But yeah, I mean it wasn't nothing spectacular. Got time to spend. You know what I'm saying? My entire family was home, so son was home from school. First time I'd seen him since August.
Oh, nice.
Oldest daughter, home from school, but she here every other weekend. So it's not that you only get a chance to miss her. She home so much.
So did your son show off some culinary skills for Thanksgiving?
He did. I mean, he literally came home and was cooking the entire time. Like he cooked breakfast and all that. Cooked most of Thanksgiving. I mean, a lot of stuff we store buy a lot of stuff too. So like, you know what I'm saying? We go to 250 for we hit 250 honey baked ham, stuff like that. But all the side stuff he could already cook, but he cooked omelets and stuff while he was home because he's in a breakfast culinary lab now. So he was practicing all of that. Told me all my utensils were trash compared to what he used to. And so obviously I gotta go out and buy.
Yeah, Chef Dennis, you're like that. You're like that. Coach's oldest son is in culinary college.
Okay. Yeah, he's studying food science at Johnson and Wales up in Rhode Island.
That's a good school. Yeah. That's a good school. That's one of the best. One of the best.
Yeah. So he's up there now. He's a freshman there. So unfortunately, the remaining 2.5 was the bill I had to pay for spring semester. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? Good thing about it, he came up with his half. He had his half, I had my half, and we ended up paying. You know what I mean? Getting it done. So and then I mean the rest of the weekend was, you know what I'm saying, kind of relaxing because you know what I'm saying, White's business is picking up. Things are starting to kick off, you know what I'm saying, in December. And so forth. So, you know what I mean? That's always a good thing. Had a busy day today, you know what I mean? So, sometimes being busy is good, you know what I'm saying? Kind of distracts you from whatever worries. So, that's a good thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I'm prepping for Christmas now, which, I mean, I think that's already done now too. So, I got a trip planned for that. So,
nice. All right. Yeah. All right, Matty Ice Cold. How you doing? How was your week? Where you at? 0 to 10.
Pretty good. About the same as last week. Sitting about a 7, man. Holidays, Thanksgiving was good, man. We chilled with the fam on that Thursday. You know what I mean? I did the cooking, did most of the cooking, man. Probably cooked too much food, but we ate good. Then went to the store on Saturday, man. Had Black Friday sale, man.
You go out for Black Friday? You still go out for that?
I said I was at my store. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm about to say.
Small Business Saturday.
Yeah, Small Business Saturday. So we was in the store over the weekend, and then Sunday, man, sat back, watched the game with the fam, and ate leftovers. After the game, sat and chill with the fam, watch movies. So it was just a family weekend, man. So I'm feeling pretty good at about a 7. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get back to business this week, try to finish this month off strong with some things I got going on in business. Just trying to stay focused right now. But I'm at a 7. But this week was definitely good, man. Just chilling with the fam around the house.
All right. Quick shout out to Althea. She watching it. She said hi, fam. Althea, go to the Dad Mentality page and put your comments because we can't get them for some reason on my personal page. Same thing for you, Donovan. I don't know if you still hanging out. You just want to hate on us with them. Well, the Cowboys got to win. That's when he show up. So again,
they shouldn't even be winning.
Let them trash. They just trash. Them Cowboys trash.
They not going to get to the playoffs.
I don't know about that, but anyway, Chef Dennis, how you doing, man? What's your score from 0 to 10?
Hey, man,
and let us know how you feel. I also want to know what you cooked. You know, I'm curious what the chef was cooking for Thanksgiving.
All right, so before I get into that, man, I'm at a 10. I try to stay at a 10, and a while I try to stay at a 10. And that's not to be cocky or anything. It's because I always say I never let nobody steal my joy. I never let anything get me down. You know what I'm saying? So I stay high. Like I'm always smiling. Even in the midst, I'm always, because you know what? I feel like, you know, when you down, even in the midst of the storm, when you down, you know what I'm saying? That gets you distracted on your goal. For me, that's just me. So we are here to encourage other people, other fathers, and that's what keeps me rooted. That's what keeps me strong and focused, because I never let anything pull me down. And I know things are going to happen in my life or around me, but I always stay with a positive mindset, always trying to figure out what I'm going to do to keep me above level, you know what I'm saying? So, that's why I said why I'm at a 10, because things happen in life, but I never let it get me to that point where I got to be like, oh my God, I got to do this. Nah, I just like, what? My kids, wife, you know what I'm saying? I got a great wife. You know what I'm saying? It's not always perfect, but I never, like I told her, and I told my kids the same thing. I'm so serious, you fellas. I never let nobody steal my joy. Nobody. And I'm real adamant about that, because that's how I feel, because guess what? If you let something get you distracted and pull you down, that's when your depression comes in. That's when your mindset gets you feeling low. You know what I'm saying? Even if a parent and people don't understand this, I don't want to kill the moment, but that's just how, you know what I mean? That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? Life is a part of death. Some people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I know that might be a little deep, but things are going to happen. It's supposed to happen. It's destiny for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you can't let that consume how you may feel. You know what I'm saying? You let it, you go through it, and you say, you know what? It's going to be rough. It's going to be tough, because life is tough. It's not easy. So how do we get through that when it's tough? You know what I'm saying? That's how I stay strong. I mean, everybody different. That's how I stay strong. That's why I said I'm on the 10. You know what I mean?
I definitely thought, your score would be low after that game I watched last night, but we can keep on going. I'm listening. Go ahead.
And see that don't move me. But now my family, look, they got a treat. Now you usually don't get this. They got prime rib on Thanksgiving. Prime rib, turkey, potato salad, stuffing, cranberry sauce, which that's just from a store, yams, lasagna. Now, so they got white rice, mac and cheese. That's what they got. Now I cooked for 11 people. They all came to my house. And we were supposed to go away, but the host, they got sick. So that's what I was gonna cook, for their house. And there was gonna be like 20 of us. So I had a lot of food left over. People came to my house, got plates and everything. It's like, yo, hey, I gave food away. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of food left over. Some people came and got plates the next day. I just got rid of some of the food, the last bit of the food. I got rid of yesterday because I was, been there for a while. Also, I had collard greens and string beans. String beans, I make them a certain way they like, and my wife made the collard greens, but I did everything else. So that's all.
All right, fellas. So we gotta make you know what? I'm going to New York. You know what? I might have to catch up with you when I go to New York to take my daughter to see Hamilton, dog.
Hey, easy. Look, all you gotta do is for real. Listen, all you gotta do is for real. Seriously, tell me. Hey, y'all staying up here?
Yeah. I'm getting an Airbnb.
Okay.
In Jersey, like Hoboken, I think it was, or something. It's like right across the bridge or something like that.
Listen, don't look. All jokes aside, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. Let's do it. I come in. I got all my tools. I'm sorry to say this, coach, but I got real deal equipment. So I bring all my tools. I come there and cook for you guys, man. Pans and everything, bro. I got all that. Like, that's what I do. I do have a catering as well. So, you know what I mean? So I will come there, spoof it up for you guys, bring everything, and boom. You know what I'm saying? And that could be like, you know what I'm saying, a display for me and my business. So don't never think that that's not possible. It's possible. You know what I mean? So I just want to let you know. Yeah. Because you know, I also work in New York, so it ain't nothing. Hoboken's right there. Boom. Dropping the book.
All right. Nice. All right, here we go. We'll sweeten that up for my daughter's birthday. I can pretend I did something great and be like, look, I got a private chef and all this shit. I'm out here balling out of control.
Hey, Ronnie, don't tell her that, and we can make it happen for real. We can make it happen, bro. Yeah.
But she probably watching the show, knowing her. She knows she probably watching right now and already writing it in her planner. Trust me, she knows me for real.
Yeah.
You know, it's all good though. But I appreciate Chef. So so your scores at 10. I hear you. You know, keep that mindset, man. I hope one day I'm there where I can. But I can honestly say I'm at a 10 all the time. Unfortunately, you know, I can't. Sometimes some things get to me, you know. But I always feel that, you know, there's valley and peaks in life, like you said. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's always going to be a valley. You know what I'm saying? You just have to ride that peak out to you know, be there during that peak and stay into those, focus into those things to get you through. But you know, it's a great thing to have that mentality and be able to go ahead and say, you know, that I'm a 10 and I'm going to keep it a 10. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it a 10 no matter what happens around me. It's going to stay a 10. I like it. I like it a lot. So, you know, but just to talk about it, I want to just give a quick interview before we get into our segments. Just a quick question to you, Chef Dennis. So who's cooking with Chef Dennis? That podcast. How did that begin? Where did that start, and what made you start, you know, being a podcast?
All right. Well, so I'm always, you know, encouraging people, always talking to people. And I'm not, you know, podcast is something that's popular right now. And so, you know, somebody was talking to me about it. I said, yo, why don't you go try our podcast? And I was like, you know what? Let me try it. And, you know, I tried it. I liked it. You know, and I was led, Lady T, I was led to ask her. Now we had prior, that's Lady T is my cousin. And we had a discussion. The discussion didn't go, you know, well. It was like, you know, a controversial conversation. So, you know, that time went on. We had left. And when the person came to me about the podcast, like God put in my spirit to ask her for whatever reason. It was her. So I had called her. It was like 8 o'clock at night. I called. I said, listen, I'm just being transparent with you. I said, look, I put it in my spirit to ask you, would you like to be the co-host to the podcast? Yo, she had to think about it. She said, yeah. For whatever reason, she was like, yeah. And it been kicking off ever since. And this has been working. You know, she got some fans out there. You know, I'm a little rough around the edges, but she do have fans, and it's good. It's changing people's mind. It's changing their perspective, but also it's encouraging. But it's also giving them the ability to really think, really go back home. If they're not home, if they're on the road, really thinking and sit back and analyzing their life and trying to change their perspective, their life, from a woman's perspective and a man's perspective. So, you know, and I've been doing it ever since. And I know key thing is being consistent. And that's what I like. I think a lot of people want to see consistency. And when they see consistency, then you're able to, you know, connect with that individual, connect them on their level and not on your level. You're able to connect with them. And so I think that's what's the most important thing right now with our podcast and me being there. It's just connecting with people from all walks of life. You know what I'm saying? Not just from a religious perspective, but just life. Because I've been down in the gutter before. You know what I'm saying? I've been homeless before. So I can relate to from doing great now to doing bad. So it's not like me just speaking from a place of this just being, you know, high on my whole horse. Nah, it's not that. I've been down in it, but I've been down there selling drugs, doing all that stuff. You know what I mean? So I can relate from the good and the bad. So that's how. Yep.
All right, shout out to Reese. I know she can't see nothing, so yes, we see you, Reese. You in here. You are in here. Good to see you. But yeah, okay. So just to say, I became a fan. I don't even know how I started following. I think you popped in. I think you popped in the Reese show one time,
I did.
and then
you
dropped say, hey, I got a podcast out here, something like that, and then I immediately started following you, and then I saw your reels and things like that, and I was like, hold on, okay, because when I first started, I thought it was just like a cooking joint because it's who's cooking, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
I thought it was a cooking joint. I didn't even get I didn't find out until I started watching. I realized I was like, hold on, they talking about some real stuff on here. You know what I'm saying? They talking about some real thing. I was like, yo, this is, that's when I reached out to you because I was like, what they talk about fits the brand, fits what right. what I want to talk about on this show. So I'm glad you come to join us. I definitely want to have you on here more than once and talk about some more things, but today we're going to get into our segments, and then we're going to definitely let you finish it, have the last segment as we go into our segments. But I'm going to go ahead and start with good old Coach here and learning what we need to do and get our money right and talk about this thing. Because, dad, they say dad and men, one of the things that we don't talk about is money. Share with each other, give each other notes and tips to what we're doing. So, this is Coach's segment and his money talk.
When am I going to get my money, Franklin?
What money? Oh, wait a minute. You talking about the money? The money that I owe you. I'm going to pay you, man. Look at me, man. You know I'm going to pay you. And I got your phone calls when you call. Every time you call, I try to call. Somebody stole my phone. Stole my goddamn phone. Can you believe that shit?
Yeah, hold on. Got another one.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Dollar. Ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
Here comes the money.
All right, let's go, Coach. Sorry, my bad.
Money talk.
There you go.
It's all good, man. It's all good, man. So I want to bring something to y'all fellas just to get your opinion on this topic, right? Because it was a topic that a while back was brought up in my household between me and my wife about investing, right? And I've talked to a couple other friends of mine, you know what I'm saying, both male and female friends about this. And the topic is this: strategic investing or ethical investing, right? What do I mean by that? I mean this. Strategic investing is investing to make money, right? Okay. And so is ethical investing, right? Any type of investing is to make money. The difference between the two, though, is you draw a line in the sand on who you make money with. Okay. Ethically. So, do you guys feel that investing in companies that go against your ethical or your morals is a bad thing?
I personally only invest in what I purchase. So if I'm not purchasing it or I'm not a customer or consumer, then I don't want to invest in it.
So I'll give you a prime example. Because let's say you don't like a particular CEO, right, of a company, right? You don't like what he stands for. You don't like who he is. You don't like anything about him.
I don't care about that.
But his company is profitable.
Will I buy his product is the question.
Well, not his product. Will you invest in his company to earn money with that CEO that you don't like?
If I don't believe in the product, I'm not investing in it or whatever it is, or services, whatever it is.
But we're not talking about product.
I know what you're talking about. But it could be both.
I'll give you a prime example.
And it could be a product too, though, like you're saying. Like if you don't believe in cigarettes or alcohol, would you invest, like ethically that's against what you do, would you still invest in it? You know,
because because it's profitable.
Exactly. Or would you not invest in it? When you're talking about ethically,
Dennis, you can jump in. Yeah,
Come on,
what do you think? My
Nah.
answer is no.
All
My
right,
answer is no.
so if you want me to be transparent and real, this is what happens to the black community. You want to talk about investment. I'm not investing in somebody else and not teaching and paving the way for so that I can gain money as well as giving them something that they can gain money and add value. So if they're the person that's that's like you said, somebody else does have a company, but their values and their morals is totally against what I stand for, I will not put my money and invest. Give them money as well as I can make money. No, I'm not. I'm not going to invest in them at all. I'm not giving them nothing. I'm not giving no time. Because guess what? I'm going to find a place where I'm going to invest and give back to somebody else so they can invest. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to do it together. We're going to do it like a family. You think about a family. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to let somebody just come into your family, whether they making money, and just say, you know what, they're going to bring us revenue, so let me bring them in my family. Nah, that's like a family. So somebody like that, they don't stand on the same thing, the same ground, same plane I'm standing for. No, I'm not investing in them. I find me something to invest in that have the mindset and where they're growing already. So now I can invest in them, and then now they teaching me how to invest. So my plans can grow, and then I'll give it to somebody else so they can grow, and then they're investing in something else.
Matty Ice.
Yeah, no, I get it. Just depend on what level you're talking about. Like if you invest in with somebody like you know what I mean, directly, like in business, personally, then you definitely not going to invest in somebody who you might not business wise agree with. But like when you're talking about investing, like buying stock in the company, like you don't agree with you know what I mean, Elon.
I'm not buying Tesla. Yeah, I'm not buying the Tesla, so I'm not investing in Tesla.
Yeah, but see that most people just look at the money that they can make from it, as far as the price that the stock been going up. They not even really looking at Tesla, they looking at the value of Tesla. So you know what I mean, it's two different sides, you know what I mean? But
yeah, so I agree with y'all on the personal investment into somebody else, right? So if you're investing into a particular black-owned business or a person, I understand that. I'm with you on that. The Tesla situation, I'm kind of impartial to a certain extent. I think it's really levels to it. I think if you're totally against it ethical wise, hey, you do what you do. You don't invest in it, right? From a company perspective, from a stock perspective, like you said, Rodney, you don't believe in cigarettes because cigarettes targeted black folk when they first came out, blah, blah, such. It harmed our community, right? Mm-hmm. That's different than investing in Ford, which stock is going up, but you don't like Ford, right? Or you don't like the CEO of Ford, right? Yeah. That's a different level. So, like, my biggest thing was, and when I had the conversation, even with my wife, it was kind of like, is that particular product hurting our community? And if it isn't, why wouldn't you make money off of it from a stock perspective?
I get it.
Not from a personal investment like me investing in Rodney, but from a stock perspective, I would do that because it doesn't make sense not to.
Did you know the return on weed is good too? You can buy a kilo of weed, break it up, and sell it too. But that ain't what I'm going to do. You know what I'm saying?
But he talk about if it's a publicly traded weed company and it's performing, would you buy stock in the company?
I mean, because I buy weed. So yeah.
But look, that's all. That's all personal. That's all personal. That's personal because when you ask that question, it's real personal because when you say about values, when you talk about values, if your value is like just making money, all right, we can't even knock that. Your thing is making money. Mine is like morally. I'm gonna make money, but morally correct. I'm not giving my money to somebody that's gonna hurt my family or my community. I'm not gonna do that. So we all got different views when it comes down to that. I still could be like, which I am that right now. I work for a company, right? That I make money, but outside of that, right? Regardless of if I felt like I'm gonna keep it real. I'm real transparent. If I felt like my boss was real racist, I would have to really think about continuous working with them. You know what I'm saying? I would be like, you know what? Because I got my own business, and I'm doing well. You know what I'm saying? But continues working for him, and I knew that he was like that. I think I would pull out. I pull out. You know, I would not work for him because I know at the end of the day he don't care for me. He don't like me. Yeah, I'm making money, good money, but guess what? I'm morally correctly. I don't even want to work under those conditions. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody dictating to me, making me feel like less of a person because they paying me good money. Nah, that's just me. And I'm not, and I ain't far. I'm far from fake. I keep it 100 in the real. Like I'm not doing it. So everybody different.
I agree. You know? I mean, it's so like you said, it's a very personal topic, right? When it comes to where you actually invest your money in. The one thing I had a conversation and then I know my segment is running a little bit longer, but I had a conversation with a young lady, and we were talking, and she made a comment to me, and she said, you know, Vance, and it was actually one of the employees that I got. She said, we're one of the only communities that still think morally when it comes to investing.
I don't know if that's true either, because the Asian community only invest in themselves. They only invest in other Asian people. They are strict about it. It's a true thing. I know it for myself. You know what I'm saying? Asian community, they don't buy from no one but their own. They don't care about it.
They might not buy from no one but their own. But the Asian community is investing in a lot.
They invest in the casinos.
Watch this. Keep that money circulating in their community for sure.
They just keep the money circulating, right?
So it's about that's an investment. They say, you know, they call their sister, come work for me, you know, boom, and that's it. But now, like you said, look at us. We don't do that. For whatever reason. I don't know.
Matter of fact, on Reese's show today, they said that the black people's money circulates in our community for 6 hours, where Asian community, I can't remember, I think it was like 28 days. No, it was longer than an Asian. It was like 28 days in the Asian community, but ours it was only 6 hours. You know what I'm saying?
But so that leads me to the next question. Why is that? Because we have the strongest moral, as a black community, we have the strongest ethical and moral debate about where we put our money.
Because it's been fed.
We won't invest in that because that's hurting our community. But we have the shortest cycling of money.
You got, because it all goes back to me and Rodney talk about this all the time. It all goes back to perception. What we see, what we think is good money is not real good money. You know what I'm saying? What we see on TV, what we think is what we got big money. And so, you got to have a nice car, you got to have nice clothes. Nah, we don't got to have all that. See, and guess what? That's what look, this young generation, that's what they see. They see that on TV. They be like, oh, I got to get. Y'all might look at me, I got chains on. No, my chains mean it's a purpose behind mine. It ain't got nothing about me in the streets. But see, that's the perception that these young generations see. They see that necklace, nice jewelry. They think they got money. But guess what? Do they have the money in their mind upstairs? They don't really have that. And so that's where it all boils down to perception. You know what I'm saying? Because if we stuck together and didn't allow some of these things to go on in our communities, guess what? What would these people be at? Like liquor stores, Chinese stores. What would they be at? Guess what? You don't see them in the white neighborhoods on the corner. You go down the hood, you see them like. Guess what? If we wasn't, it's all about what they see. They see these rappers drinking and smoking and having a good time. They think that's part of life. They think that's what it's supposed to be like. And guess what? We older now, so we know what it is. But the young generation, they the ones who got to deal with it. See it like, oh man, I want that money. I want that guap.
Yeah,
I want that paper.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that conversation will continue to go on. But hey, Chef Dennis, I'll tell you, my wife is the exact way. She will not invest money into something that she doesn't ethically believe in. She just won't do it. Like, and I respect her for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because trust me, the way I look at it at times, you know what I'm saying? There is a line in the sand, like you said earlier, personally. There's certain things that I will not invest in anything that harms kids or anything of that nature, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But like if we talk about a car company whose stock is going up, I might invest in that. Right? You know what I'm saying? Because there is no harm or foul in it to me, right?
Yeah, just because you might not believe in the beliefs of the owner of the company or something like that, that wouldn't stop you.
But you won't know that if you do that. Like you said, you said Tesla, right? If you don't know what, there's a difference. You not knowing about that individual. You just like you just investing your money in a product that you see is going up. But now once you get to really know that person, then now your decision has to be like, all right, I'm still gonna get this money, but even though I know this person, but if you don't know and you're not looking to find out, that's something different, you know what I'm saying? But somebody bring that forefront to your table and tell you, well, such and such, and you know it to be true, now that's a different story. But if you don't know and you're just getting that money, that's something totally different.
Yeah, agree.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Whoa.
No.
Yeah.
All right, I've been having technical difficulties today, so give me 1 second, get my camera together. But Matty Ice, hold on, we're gonna get ready to get to the coach. Were you done?
Oh, I'm good, man. I took up enough time to stall for Matty Ice. You know what I mean?
It's all good. I'm telling you
Got
today.
to stall for me.
And he stole Matty Ice. He stole time from you, dog.
Hey, I ain't gonna be long anyway, man. You know,
hold on. I got this intro, so we're gonna do these intros. Hold on, I'm wasting too much time getting them out. So y'all know Matty Ice. We're gonna talk about that tech talk. So hold on, let's see.
The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Mr. Bitcoin, bring me money.
There we go. Hold on. I still got. Oh no, that was in the talk. All right, that's my only intros. There we go. All right, go ahead, Mr. Bitcoin. Tell them what to do while I get my camera together real quick.
Hey, well, you know, it's been a minute since we did our segments, man. So the last few times, you know, that's one Rodney was talking about what Bitcoin was doing and crypto was doing. And I remember I was telling you I was believing it was going to crack that 100,000 before the year was over. And it hasn't technically cracked 100K yet, but it's right there, man. It got up to the 90, 99, 98. So I do still believe it's actually going to go beyond that $100,000 mark by the end of the year. So always, man, the same thing. Hope people been dollar cost averaging in it, or as it's been going up, depending on where you got in. It's always good to, you know, take profit and different things, because you never know, it could have a retracement. But man, crypto is definitely you know, a boom in technology right now, you know what I mean, in all types of ways. It's gonna be involved in everything. So I just wanted to you know, I mean, Rodney having technical difficulties, so he can't speak on it, but
I'm here.
Coach, what you think, man? You still been doing your $10 a week, man, dollar cost average, or you all in?
Nah, I mean, I've done a little bit a week. I ain't been doing it every week. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I was catching it when it was hovering, because, you know, for a while it hovered between 46 and 54. I think it was. It was going up, down, up, down.
Yeah.
Then once the
it
election
was hovering around about that 60. It was in like 60, 65s for a minute. And
so
70. Then once it cracked that 70 something right after Trump got in, it, you know, been sitting up in the 90s.
Yeah, it's been in the 90s like crazy. The one thing that I have been investing in is that Chainlink joint. Chainlink actually just started going up like in the last like week and a half, 2 weeks too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bitcoin goes up, man. It takes everything up, man. The rising tide, you know, man, raises all ships. So the market kind of moves as Bitcoin moves.
Yeah, it was one other thing.
Hold on, real quick, fella. I hate to interrupt. I'm sorry, but I'm just real quick. Louisville and Patrick Evans, y'all want y'all stuff that y'all comments. Y'all got to do it on the Dad Mentality page, not my damn page going nuts over here with comments and things like that. I want to get it on here, so please just go to the Dad Mentality page. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you very much.
So yeah, it's I have invested in stock. One company that mines bitcoins, a mining company, and it was Amara Digital, I think it was, and they what's name, as Bitcoin rises, typically they rise as well, but they're mining. I think they own like who knows how many bitcoins, but it's in the hundreds of thousands right now, and their stock is being impacted by Bitcoin price like crazy.
Yeah, that's like MicroStrategy, the Michael Saylor company.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's affecting the market, man. You know, I mean, stock market, all of that. Like you said, investing in something that you know about or believe in. Because at first, like the Tesla guy, he said he didn't want to invest in Bitcoin at first because it wasn't clean energy. But now that they, you know, I mean, talking about most of the mining is done with renewable sources of energy. That's something I've been learning about lately too, like solar and all of that, man, that powers Bitcoin, because all of that, you know what I mean, it's just a whole snowball effect with everything. And that's something else you want to be investing in is energy. Because power, you know what I mean, with everything that we use in electric cars, all of that, energy prices is going to go up because we're using more of it. And you know what I mean, yeah,
definitely. So go ahead.
Go ahead, Coach. No, you go ahead.
So in your honest opinion, where does Bitcoin go from here? Because I mean, I'll be sure that everybody know this, or if you don't know this, anytime election happens, whether Democrat or Republican, the markets go up. Just FYI, guys. Just to let you know. That's just how it works. And that's
gonna have its
because
ebbs and flows, like just like the stock market. But I believe it's since it's a finite amount of it, it's scarce. I believe it's going to continue to go up. How fast it goes up, will we see the same returns year after year? I believe the returns may be diminished, but I believe it's going to be a slow grind to where it's always going to be 100,000, 200,000. Does it take a decade to get to 200,000? You know what I mean? We don't.
Yeah.
That's what but it's going to continue to go up though.
Okay.
Well, my question is the same thing, because I know my brother is still he's still trying to figure out when to cash out all his Bitcoin from my $10 a week. And I told him to take some of the profit, so he took some of the profit. But he's like, "Do I keep buying or what should I do? Should I hold what I got, or keep buying, or wait for it maybe it'll drop, you know, after a little bit after the election and come back, or what's the movement on that?"
Yeah. Everybody got their own move, but I would say, like, if you don't need to sell it and you still just in it for the long term, I do believe it could, you know, one could be worth, who knows, $1 million, $500,000 in years to come if you keep acquiring it. You know what I mean? If you don't need to sell it, but if you need to sell it or want to take profit, use it. But it's a longer term. You're not trading it, you investing in it. You know what I'm saying? So there's no need to try to figure out whether it's going up or down. You're just trying to kind of accumulate it, to be honest. Like you was trying to accumulate more shares of Apple stock. You know what I mean? People just keep buying shares. That's kind of like your savings account. You know what I mean? Like, instead of keeping it in the bank where you're not earning no interest, you buying shares of stock, you buying pieces of Bitcoin where over time you believe it's going to go up. That's the same way reason why you save money, but saving it in your bank account, you're not earning, it's not going up in value. So you're trying to put your money in an asset that's going to go up in value. And I think Bitcoin is one of those assets. So just keep accumulating it until you need it.
All right, Chef Dennis, you ever get into crypto?
Nah.
All right. No, he like, if I can't cook it, I ain't into it.
Nah, man. I had so many people try to put me on, but I'm like, to be honest with you, no patience for that. I got no patience. I've got so much other stuff going on. I'll be like, I had people hit me on WhatsApp. I was at a business, a small business company presentation. I was like, oh man. So I was like, No patience for that.
Okay. All right.
I've been hearing good things about it. I'm not here to knock it. I said I've been hearing good things, but I just don't.
Matty Ice was on it when it was $300 for a Bitcoin. You know what I'm saying? That's what I remember. I wish I had listened to him when he told me back then. That was a while back. I still remember I was at his party. He was like, "Man, you gotta get some of this Bitcoin." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get you." I never did. I still be mad. I have a lot of damn money if I gave that to him, but I ain't do it. So it's all good though. We can keep it moving. It is what it is. But Bitcoin at $96. Yeah, I sold all mine before I went to Bali. So I balled out of control off that money already.
Hey.
Because when I originally first started, we started at, I think it was only at like 30,000 for Bitcoin. When we originally first started, it was somewhere around there.
It can't be never be mad, man. Especially if you made profit off of it, you like shoot.
Nope.
You can't be mad.
I know. I got some boys at the poker party who was doing the $10 a month, and I think he's still doing it. I think he still buys $10 a month. He said, "I don't even look at it no more. It's just $10 every Friday. It's already set."
Look, that's the best way to do it. Don't even pay attention to it.
I'm at next poker game. I might have to sit down and ask him, see where he at. I'm like, tell him, a bar, get a loan or something. But all right, Mr. Bitcoin. Yeah, you wanted to go. You couldn't wait this whole time for us to have the segment so you can talk about that, huh? Especially once it went up.
Hey,
right, I get it. It's all good, man. But next is me. I'm gonna go ahead and do my entertainment page. I ain't got a lot. Then we can get into Chef Dennis's topic. But let's go ahead and do this entertainment.
My patience is waning. Is this entertaining?
There we go.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here?
Speaking of that intro, shit, I still got to go see Gladiator 2. I mean, I was talking about that to ask y'all fellas if y'all went and saw it, but nobody went and saw it. I still haven't seen it yet either. But, a couple things I want to talk in. I'm going to go ahead and give my my movie a series of the week. So on Netflix, you can watch, it's called The Madness. And it's actually number 1 on Netflix right now. It stars, I don't know if y'all familiar with The Walking Dead, but it's not The Walking Dead, it's the other one. The Fear of the Walking Dead. Yeah, Fear of the Walking Dead. The guy who starred in that. Unfortunately, I don't got my notes, but he starred in that also, but he's the main character in this. I'm pretty sure he's a British actor. But it's a good it's a good series about a guy who basically got blamed for a crime he didn't commit, and he's basically being a vigilante, trying to prove his own innocence by solving the murder that he's been being accused of doing. And it's a really good series. It's a mini series, so you don't have to invest too much time in it. I think it's 8 episodes. You'll watch it, but just to watch what he goes through and even what his family goes through. Now, watching the movie, I'm not going to say this was the greatest series I ever watched, but it was decent. I give it, I give it about 3.5 stars out of 5. There's a lot of things. Y'all know how I am. I'm real particular. When you start doing shit I wouldn't do, then I can't really rock with it no more. But I mean, it was a good show, a good season. Some of the, it has the inner things you want that they're talking about how you can be convicted for something, how you're guilty until proven innocent, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like that, the whole thing about you being innocent until proven guilty is a lie. You know what I'm saying? So it was a good episode. Good season. Another one that I watched recently, matter of fact, they talked about this on our theater show this morning, was Piano Lesson. It is also on Netflix. It's about a 1930s family who their father basically got free from slavery, but I don't want to give everything away, but his family was broken up. And he was a wood carver. He carved this beautiful, beautiful piano, and with his family's history. and it was the struggle of his son and daughter trying to figure out what they're going to do with the piano. The daughter definitely wanted to keep because it was, but it had pain tied to her that she definitely discussed in talking about losing her family and watching what her mother went through because her father died getting that piano. You know what I'm saying? Out of from the slave master. So it goes through that, and the son is trying to start a new future for them. But in order to do that, he has to sell in his eyes, he needs to sell the piano. So it does go into like this horror theme at the end. But I mean, to me, the great story of the family and everything, definitely it has Samuel L. Jackson in it. So, anytime he in anything is usually pretty decent. But it goes into the horror theme at the end. But I mean, it's something to check out. Like I said, it's an all black cast. I'm sure it's a Sundance joint or something like that because the history that they go in and they really break down, some of the things that happened in slavery into our black culture. You know what I'm saying? So it's a pretty decent movie, but it does go into the horror. I kind of fell off on the horror stuff at the end, but but the story was good, was really good and enlightening. So now the thing I really wanted to talk about, because I know we haven't had an opportunity to talk about that, but that is Kendrick Lamar's new album. So I'm curious if Coach and Matty Ice or Dennis, have y'all listened to that new album?
No.
Reincarnate is his best song.
100%.
It's the best song that he's made, actually.
I kind of agree with you.
It's the top.
It's definitely in the top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
I need to listen to it because I've heard when it come out last Friday, and for some reason because I think everybody was talking about it, I wasn't in the rush to hear the joint. Like I was on Tidal the other day looking for something to listen to, and I ain't even click on the joint.
Well, then, what about you, Chef Dennis? You a Kendrick fan, or I mean, you repping San Francisco? That's that California. You ain't in that California love?
Nah.
No Kendrick at all.
No,
I like Kendrick, but
you a Drake fan?
No.
All right, what Chef Dennis got in his you hop in your car right now? What's playing? What's your Oh, no. Here we go. I got this. Chef Dennis, you on an island. All right. You're the only person on the island. You're only allowed to have 3 albums on this island. That's
Choose your next words wisely.
You can't have you talking to a bunch of hip hop heads too. So you can't have nothing else. No best of none of that. Is 3 albums. That's it on this island. That's the only thing you get to have. What are those 3 albums?
I won't say albums. I'm gonna say artists.
Nah, albums. No. Nope.
I mean, because I can't. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm not good with the albums. So the people that I'm going to say, you probably know album for me. Like my number one dude that I could just listen to all the time is Tupac. That's number one. All right. I'm like that. Okay. The new school, I like Lil Baby. New school. Okay. I'm a Lil Baby dude. Then after that,
know a Lil Baby album, but go ahead.
You see, yeah, I know a little Matty Ice. No.
I like Lil Baby. I can't name his album, but I like his last joint that came through.
You know what I'm saying? Lil Baby, it's so much about him I like. And then and then shucks, man. I'm just being so real. Like the next one, shucks. That's hard, man.
Only get 3.
I know.
So far you picked everybody's pick, which is Tupac. Lil Baby's a little out there. I ain't gonna crucify you yet, but we waiting on this.
Depends on what 3 is.
I know.
Depends on what 3 is.
Let me see. I ain't saying it. Just I'm being honest with y'all. Like I could just. All right. I'm look. I'm gonna go with Biggie, bro. I'm gonna go with Biggie.
Okay. All right. Well, okay.
Those 3 things I can listen to all day.
The worst pick was Little Baby. Then we're gonna go ahead and talk about that. We're gonna go ahead and let that
go. That new school flavor.
Man,
hold up.
I like some new school people. Little Baby, ain't it? I can't listen to nobody with little in their names no more. I can't do that no more. Hey, like little.
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you.
Little Wayne Baby is worse.
Lil Wayne.
I mean, I can't do it no more. I listen to Lil Wayne ain't put out a new album. That's the whole thing that Kendrick said. Kendrick said I used to bump Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? He was like, but you can't convince me that he's relevant now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
His last best album was a mixtape. Wasn't even an album.
But Lil
So,
Baby
you know.
got some. He sing, man, and it's like he got some bars, but not only that, it has a message behind it. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
And it's not. Have you ever listened to him, Rodney?
Ooh, I like him. I've listened to him, but
his first couple albums.
Yeah, he got
No,
some.
Or
no,
his
no.
first couple songs.
I don't
he got-
hate him.
No, I got you.
I don't
He
hate
got-
him, but you know, he just
Like when
he-
COVID, like I start rocking when COVID happened and he sung. I mean, he had that song about the black and white.
Yeah, they say he the best selling or most something of his generation. in
Yeah,
his
bro.
last couple years.
He did. I mean, you gotta listen to, like, he got a message.
But
You know what I'm saying? And then he been on talk shows and stuff like that. So that's what I like.
I think Lil Younger just graduated from Harvard Law School or Business School. He just
Who?
graduated from Harvard. Lil Baby. He was in Harvard Business School. Like,
Hey man, listen.
All right,
He
bro.
did. He did a good guy. He got it together.
Well, that ain't
I'm
he ain't
gonna go
Kendrick
back to
Lamar.
Kendrick.
I
I'm
can
gonna go
tell
back
you
to Kendrick. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Kendrick. Reincarnated. If you haven't listened to Reincarnated, then you missing something great. Like the one thing, and like I said about Kendrick, I still look at his music as art more than music. Like he really like it's the Heart Part 5. That video for that when he talks in his Kobe and his even what's my man that was accused of he said he was in Chicago and got beat up or whatever. I forgot his name, but he does
Marlette.
Jussie Smollett, not Cuban, OJ. He talks all them in that video, and he does the facial recognition joint. But this Reincarnated where he talks about I can't remember who the first or the second verse is. I know that the third one is now I'm blanking on everybody, man. What's the
You're talking about Sam Cooke, wasn't he? One.
I think that's the first one. The second one is the other singer lady, the blues singer. Well, I got it all written. It ain't Lena Horne. It's somebody else. Anyway,
what he rapping about him or he?
Yeah, he rapping as them. So he's rapping it. So the whole joint is about the whole joint is basically dedication to how music can be used negatively. You know what I'm saying? And at the end, he's rapping, talking to the devil, saying that he's not going to use music that way, and then talking to God, talking about how he wants to use music. And then in that part, he kind of does like a DMX type thing. You remember how DMX used to do all that? Do that? Like he's talking. Yeah, he would rap in the devil's voice or rap in God's voice. You know, and to me, it's just genius. It's just genius.
I mean, the song is fire.
Yeah, I gotta listen to it. Some people say they don't like the new Kendrick. They say like all the voice changing and yelling. They like the "Don't Kill My Vibe." They like the old Kendrick. Man,
I mean, he got that on there too, though.
Some of the new joints they can't get with. But
I like Lil Wayne and Goose.
So you know how
Kendrick.
like Tupac does how Tupac did the me and my girlfriend joint.
Yeah.
So he did a joint. It's called Gloria, where it's kind of got that same vibe, but he talking about his pen. He talking about the pen that he write with, and this, that, and the other. One thing he said is he's like, yeah, I tried to lie. He said, I tried to lie on you and you blocked me. In other words, I tried to lie about, he was saying, I tried to lie about my raps and I got writer's block. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it's just the stuff that he says on that joint is just crazy, dog, crazy. And it gives you that whole me and my girlfriend thing, but he talking about instead of a gun, he talking about his pen. So, I mean, myself, I love the whole album. I still think Good Kid, Mad City is his best all complete album, but this joint is easily number 2 right behind it, and some of the songs is definitely will be in my top charts of especially Reincarnated. The only joint I put before that is the Heart 5, but the Heart 5 wasn't on no album. It was something he just released. You know what I'm saying? So, but that joint is crazy. And he's rapping it to a Tupac beat with a Tupac flow.
Yes, he is.
So he's using the Tupac beat. He's rapping that whole joint in a Tupac flow, but at the end, I kind of feel it sounds more like DMX because he does the whole talking to God and the devil talking back to him.
What beat he rapping to? It's like beat.
You know the beat immediately. Yeah, it's I'm blanking on it right now too. I had all that written down for I left my notepad.
I know the beat. It's a faster beat.
Yeah,
though.
put it in the comments, y'all listening. I know Pat on here, he should know, and so Molly and all them. They know because we talked about it earlier. I talked about it earlier with them. So you know, but I'm telling you that Jones pranks is like that for real. So you know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to see if y'all talked about it. If you haven't listened to the album, I'm telling you, go listen to the album. Kendrick is, to me, is definitely the top in the game right now, in my opinion. And they say that it's going to be a double album, and he's going to release the second album before the Super Bowl.
So,
go ahead.
To answer your question, the first person was John Lee Hooker. He was talking about, then Dina Washington.
I didn't get Dina Washington. Somebody told me when I looked it up, it was somebody different.
Man.
It wasn't Dina Washington. It was I'll remember it later, but it was somebody else. So you know, but anyway, yeah. But I mean, hey, I'm telling you, Matty, you'll like it. It's like that. Yeah, Reincarnated in the Glory. I mean,
the hottest artist out right now, though. Like ever since last summer,
since the Drake beef.
Yeah, and the Not Like Us joint, he done been. Then the Super Bowl joint is like either it's planned for him to be this big. Somebody got behind him. It was just, but he got like a whole. Yeah, it's crazy the run he had over this last year.
Molly,
you think so? I mean, it's what every beef does, though, right?
Yeah, nah, this was, I guess, just with social media and just how fast stuff move and how fast like they was putting songs out he was putting the song out back to back. It was just like it just moved fast.
Right.
And then, you know what I mean, then I think with the announcement of him playing the Super Bowl, but that Not Like Us joint, that joint just was like crazy though. Like how that joint blew up over the summer. Like they was playing that joint like 10 times back to back at clubs.
The Crips, the Bloods, and the Crips on the stage together.
Let's not.
Prime, didn't he?
Nah.
Didn't he go on Prime at a full blown concert?
Yeah. After something,
full blown disc concert. Like what we talking?
Yeah.
I mean, ain't that why Drake suing? He said social media. He said the media is actually, and the music industry actually
pushed it.
Yeah. He's saying the record label that both of them on unit. So that's what I think.
That's how they make money. That's how they create division.
Correct.
That's how they do it.
Well, you know.
But
if you're a Kendrick fan, you would know that he told him from the beginning, don't come for him. He told him that 12 years ago.
Who loving that? Who loving that?
We are.
I'm loving it.
Yeah,
I love it.
But that's where it starts at though, right there. We like that confusion. We like that toxicity because guess what? You look at everybody else. They not doing that. Look, all the other rappers, all other stuff. It ain't we the only rappers. Put like that. So you look at other musicians and all that. They not going against each other. It's just us. Even in entertainment. We going at each other for what? Like, guess what? Hey, Rodney, real talk. Yeah. Like we older, but when you really sit back,
got the wrong nigga. I love to smoke, dog.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
But look, somebody we are the puppets. Somebody got their hand in their back. We the puppets. You know what I'm saying? Without that friction, they can't make no money. So you already know that they making money off that. and
Yeah,
he
but
making
hip hop
money.
was built on competition. It wasn't
Competition. Hold up,
built-
big
yeah, hip hop was
competition.
built on that.
So it the way it is now, it wasn't back then when we was growing up. You know that competition was.
Oh
it was,
nah, they was beefing back
I was
then.
beefing like crazy. You kidding me?
man. Not the way they doing
We
now.
You crazy.
talk about Kumo D. We
Hey,
talking about
Kumo D and LL off the gate was one of the biggest beefs.
Their beef was just who was the best MC. That was
And what do you think they beefing over?
Nah, man, come on, man. They getting real personal. They talk about personal stuff. They ain't really rapping about that. They rapping about personal stuff. Come on now. LL and Kumo D was trying to rap to see who the best MC, who sound better, who rhymes was better.
I'm bad. Did
Yeah.
you have you listened? Go listen to the words.
Hold on.
I'm Wild Wild West.
They was
that joint was
There you go. No, come on.
You
That's
better
right.
step to me before you get bum rush. Like the Wild Wild West. What do you think the bum rush was?
That's it.
What you talking
Wild
about?
Wild West.
Where you
Come
get
on,
bum rush? Yeah. Ain't no blood getting
And
shed.
they had full blown albums dedicated to each other.
Yeah, and look, but you said to me the way they rapped then, right? With the controversy is the same or is
What you
different?
talking about? Ether. The man said he had sex and left condoms in the baby's car seat. Come on. What are you talking about?
I mean, that's
How much
Jay-Z.
personal,
That's Jay-Z
how much
and
personal that
Nas
gotta
in the
be?
2000s.
Yeah, talk about he'll open up a beer with his tooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what are you talking about, man? That was so hard.
I mean, they've been doing that forever. But so I'll tie this whole thing together for y'all. But we still won't invest in the record companies.
Who won't invest in the record companies?
Because they doing this to our community?
Yeah.
Why would I invest in a record company? I invest in a record company? What do you mean?
But
what is
my point is it's not good for the community.
What ain't good? This shit is great for the community. What are you talking about? Kendrick Lamar had
now I got everybody stuck, Matt.
Kendrick Lamar had Bloods and Crips on the stage together. LA ain't never been on the same page together, and they are happy. They are together right now. Ain't nothing going down to LA right now. That shit is.
I would say on the music on the music tip though, like if you listen to Kendrick, he probably like more of he's not a conscious rapper, but he make you think. It ain't drill music, you know what I mean? Out of all the music that could be popularized, you know what I mean, out here. I ain't saying he positive music, but at the same time, he not talking drill music. He not on the Sexy Red tip, you know what I'm saying? But he not conscious. But
agree. His content isn't horrible.
Yeah, he's a storyteller,
he
man.
Not
you know what I mean?
Drake. He not telling him you come here, I'm gonna
he ain't got drug music, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
he ain't doing nothing like that.
Yeah,
now,
so
he did tell him when he sit with Sexy Red, he think that they both bad. But that was about it. That wasn't.
I'm saying he's still gonna talk his talk. That's like, you know what I mean, not even bringing up J. Cole, but J. Cole ain't no conscious rapper, but you know what I mean, he you know what I mean, I like what he's talking about, you know what I mean, like it's a little bit different, you know what I mean, than your average just, you know what I mean, drill music or Sexy Red or just
it is
about popping pills, you know what I mean, they not on that.
I agree.
All right, we gotta get to the next segment. I'm sorry, fellas. I ain't mean to last this long. We gotta hurry. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chef Dennis. You coming in late. That football game must be getting ready to come on, you know. So I apologize, brother, but we definitely gonna have you on more. But go ahead. Go. Oh, I don't got no music for you. I ain't got no music, but you know, I can come up with something on this. I don't know. Nah, I can't. Not everything negative. I want to be positive. So we're gonna go ahead and here we go. Start off with Chef Dennis. Here we go. There we go. What's the topic for today?
Yes, man. Listen, my thing is relationships with your children, communication with your children. You know what I'm saying? And before we get into that, I was sitting here and we was talking earlier. I do want to touch on this though. We always hear how some of these women saying they don't need a man. Listen, just think about this. Take a moment and just think about this. We have 2 eyes, we have 2 hands, 2 legs. You know what I'm saying? Just about everything is comes in pairs. So it's important when women say they don't need a man, it's important to have a man in your life, because when you're raising children, it's important to have both parties there. It's important to have your moms and dad. They are equal parts, you know what I'm saying, to the child's success as communicating with people in this world, but also communicating with one another. So when they go up, whether it be a woman or a man, you know, they grow up and they have their own, they'll be able to communicate. And I feel, and I'm sitting here talking about communication because that's key in this world. You have to be able to communicate on a level where you can understand somebody's pain, they struggle, even if you've never been in struggle, but you have to be sympathetic and you have to be empathize with people in this world, because some people are really broken. And it starts home. And why I say it starts home because, you know, the relationship you have with your children, it starts home and then it goes out into the world. And whatever you have home, you'll take it out there and try to, you know, be positive, try to be around the right people. And so that's why it's important to have communication skills with mom and dad, vice versa, mom and dad with the children, you know. And I say all that to say is that's why it's important to communicate well, you know, as a family. You know, children nowadays, these kids nowadays, they do not know how to communicate because, and I'm sorry to say, not you guys, but they don't have that at home. They don't say good morning. If you really go into a school, you don't see a lot of that. Good morning. You don't see a lot of it. You know, yeah. It should come spontaneously. You know, these kids come up, they just go to school, boom. They don't say good morning. They don't say have a good day. None of that, because it's not being I'm saying wrong word. It's not being taught at home. So they're not going to do that when they go. They're not being polite. They don't open the door. They'll walk through the door and not even open for an elderly woman. You know what I'm saying? And that's this generation now. So you got to really think about it. That's why I'm sitting here talking with you guys about communication, because it's key. You know, if you think about how you were raised, did your parents really talk to you about having children or having sex? I don't even say having children at a young age, but having sex at the age of 13 and saying, you know what, if you're going to do it, you have protection. No, our parents said having sex at that age was like, it's bad. Oh, don't do that. But just having that conversation, it's important, because now you say, I know there's a possibility that you might go out there and do that. But listen, if you're going to do that, well, use protection. Protect yourself, man or female. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, parents don't really talk about that. These kids go out there, and if their parents do talk about it, they're still going to do it. But are they really having that conversation? Are they really sitting down at dinner time talking about, all right, listen, I know you be out there sneaking and doing this and that, but listen, I just want you to be safe. I just want you to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's where the communication comes in. Sometimes we as parents, we go out there in the world and we working, we grinding, we doing everything we can do for the kids, but not really having that communication, not really sitting down and talking with them so, you know, they can understand, so they can really realize that, you know what, moms and dad really got something going on. I want to be like my moms and my dad. You know what I'm saying? But when they have a broken home, that's what they see. That's what they're going to do. That's how they're going to act. And that's why I'm speaking on, it's important to have mom and dad. You know what I'm saying? These women say that they don't need a man, right? But then where does it leave the child? You know what I'm saying? Where does it leave the relationship? Broken. We have a lot of broken relationships because people, you know, women saying that they don't need a man, but it's important to have it. That's why we have, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we come into this world two of everything. You know what I'm saying? Even with the, you know, with women, they got 2 of everything as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's key. Yeah.
Nah, you. I understand what you're saying. I believe, you know, it definitely, put it this way. They don't say it takes one person to raise a child. You know what I'm saying? It takes a village. And whether your village, no matter if it's man or woman, you know, it's still grandmother, grandfather. You still need that. You need to have all aspects of that. One person can't do it by, they can do it by themselves. It can happen. Don't get me
Right. That can.
that, but it's always, no matter what, even if you that one person, it's going to be somebody else that's influencing or there with your child, whether he goes to school or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It just the thing I hate is when a person says that I don't need anything. I hate that stereotype because okay, I get it, you don't need it, but why would you want it? Why wouldn't you take it? Why wouldn't if you know, for instance, you know, why wouldn't you if you made this child together, then why wouldn't you leave the door open for you to raise the child together? Or even it don't mean you got to be in the same house, but you still have to raise that child together. It takes two people. The biggest thing that you said, it takes two people to make the child. So
Right.
or you should allow. You know what I'm saying? I hate it when you go, people go out and they make the child together and then they say, "Oh, I'm not you know, I'm not going to be a part, you know, I'm not going to let him be a part of it. I don't want him to be a part of it." You should want him to be a part of it. You should, and that's either on both sides of that coin.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? If you went out and you made this child, the child didn't ask to be there. So you should be willing to give your child the best options you can. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. There are what's the word? Anomalies and things where maybe that person isn't an option. Okay, you deal with it then. But when they are the real option, don't take that away. You know what I'm saying? Don't take that away from yourself. Don't take that away from that child. You know, don't just blanket. I don't want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Or I did this because I'm grown and I can do this on my own. I hate that type of mentality. You know, so there we go.
Rodney, I definitely want to say, listen.
FYI, real quick, Reese,
Yeah.
I think you're a few minutes behind us because you're answering stuff we already talked about. So that's all. But anyway, go ahead, Coach.
No, man,
you muted.
Yeah, tell Reese upgrade that Wi-Fi. What was I about to say? Yeah, no, I believe wholeheartedly in both of what y'all are saying, man. Like communication is key. You know what I mean? Because teaching the next generation how to communicate, I think we got a society that's really even our show is big on mental health, right? You know what I mean? And the way to improve mental health is to communicate. You know what I mean? So we gotta teach the next generation to do that. You know what I mean? Parents got to teach kids. Teachers got to teach kids. We got to teach each other, but we got to have that trickle down effect. Like, I mean, you think as we grew up, a lot of the stuff that we learned was taught to us by our parents, whose parents taught them, and so forth. I think there's a gap right now with the younger generation, and it's our fault that we're not teaching our kids the same way our parents taught us in a lot of areas, right? I just think in general, now not the people on this call, but I think society in general, we've lost that art of passing things down, right? And part of that is because none of us were ever friends with our parents, and now society makes parents feel like the treatment of children, whether it's discipline, obedience, and all of that, is a negative thing. But in actuality, it kind of protects them from a lot of things that they shouldn't be dealing with in the first place, right? We make kids grow up too fast. So instead of letting them be kids and teaching them to grow, right? You know what I mean? So I think communication is where it all starts.
Yeah. Sometimes they passing down stuff now, but they passing down the wrong things.
Yeah,
you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's like, like you said, we older now, and because we older, some like and I'm pretty sure you guys kids are well off. They good, you know what I mean? Because I'm looking at you men, and you guys seem like y'all come from a good foundation, and I'm pretty sure you know, they right, stop, yo, stop. Like I'm pretty sure. Look,
my kids surpassed me by far, and it had nothing to do with me. They had something, but I'm just blessed. I'm telling you, God blessed me with some great kids because
you part of that.
Hey,
don't try to knock yourself. You part of that, bro. You part of that because don't try to because you had your stuff. They are a reflection of you. So you're a part of that just like anything. Come on, stop, man. That's why you the man you are today.
They're
because
you went through the best parts of me.
There you go. That's it. That's it.
The best parts.
That's it. You know what I'm saying?
I got you, look, that's all good, brother.
That's what you want.
That's what you want. Because look, my daughters didn't have to go through what I went through. I have, you know what I'm saying? I have sons, but my daughters didn't have to go through what I went through. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up with them. Like I was young. I was 20 years old when I had my first. So I seen them grow up, but I had a good foundation. Was it always perfect? No, it wasn't. It was rocky for me. Real. I was always into something. But my kids didn't turn out that way. Always into something, always fighting. I was always fighting. My daughters didn't have no fights. You know what I'm saying? My little daughter, she might have had one fight in school, and I was dead quick. You know what I'm saying? But no, Ronnie, I can't let you do that, man. Your kid, you say I hear your stories about how you, Oh, I hear your stories about your kids. Nah, man, you doing great, man, and they doing great. You know what I'm saying? So
they are doing great. You're right.
Yeah, because of you.
Oh shit! All right.
hey, coach, get on him, coach.
Oh, man.
Don't let him do that to himself. Talk about something. Hey, I'm here to tell you, bro.
Man, I'm blessed with a beautiful wife, brother. Let me tell you something.
Okay. There you go. There
you go. Right. You know what I'm saying? Hey, in the verse was Billie Holiday. That's what I was thinking about. Therefore, Reese told us 30 minutes after we had the conversation. She, she blind, so she don't know what the hell she watching. She probably was watching a different podcast. But anyway,
I seen that comment earlier. It said it's not women all the time. I seen that comment. You saw that earlier?
Yeah. Dwayne Davis said Beast is just being honest. And maybe he know my wife too. So it's all good. Yeah, it's all her, man. I became a good person because of her, man. I look at it this way. I love her to death. She is definitely the stuff the thing that made me aspire to be a better person. But I also got to the point I got tired. I got tired of doing that same old stupid stuff and being out in the streets and things like that. So after a while, it is what it is. But it's a great thing. I mean, we all blessed to have great women. I don't know your wife personally, Chef Dennis, but I definitely know coaches and I definitely know Matty Ice, and both of them outkick their coverage. So I know I outkick mine too. So it's it is what it is. Sometimes you get blessed with that person that is the person that is the yin to your yang. So
yeah,
sometimes some people get on the first try, some people get on the second, people get on the third, whatever the case may be. But it's communication is definitely key. Communication is hard because a lot of times, even us for men, we've been taught not to communicate, and we've been told to hold our feelings in. We've been taught to not express. The only expression that we're allowed to do is anger. You know what I'm saying? If you're sad, you got to suck that up. You can't cry. You can't do this. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But anger, you can let out at any given time. And we definitely have talked about that in the basis on this show is definitely to be able to communicate and do what to be able to put out, what your emotions really are. It's okay to say I'm not okay. You know what I'm saying? That's like the biggest thing that I definitely put out to my kids and everybody I talk to. It's okay to not be okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to need to have a conversation to work things out. I come on here and work things out. You know what I'm saying? To be better at the end. But the other thing is, you got to actually, do what you say you're going to do and not just communicate. Because communication without action is nothing. Then it's not even communication anymore. So that's but I definitely feel that communication is the key to any relationship, whether it be your wife, your wife, whether it be your kids, whether it be your job, whether it be everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to have that communication. And go get their head in your back, right? I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what part of the joint she's on.
I don't know,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? But that, hey man, I definitely feel it, and and I hate that in our communication, but in our culture, that we have convinced women that they don't need us. You know what I'm saying? We haven't, but
society
society has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And society is convincing them that all of a sudden, if you are doing it on your own, you're strong. You know what I'm saying?
You a boss.
Yeah.
You a boss chick.
When in reality, I mean, that's all fine and dandy if you want to feed into that, but let's be honest. Like, why would you want to do it by yourself? Why would you choose to do it by yourself opposed to having that person? I mean, I just feel like, in all honesty, if I can have my own choice, I want to raise my kid together with whoever it is that I made this kid with. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand, that.
Yeah, but sometimes that's not feasible, depending on what the adult relationship is. I think that the bigger thing is just to ensure that the kids are getting input from both parties, right?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because
when I say raise it with, I don't mean they have to be in the same house.
Yeah,
I don't mean that. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean that's the biggest thing. Because truth be told, like, God doesn't make mistakes on who the parents were. I'm just gonna be 100 with you. Like
you said, wait, you say God?
I said God does not. There are no mistakes when it comes to children.
No, of course not when it comes to children. But
you know what I'm saying? Because like so there, just because you know what I'm saying, the parent isn't. What I'm trying to say is this: is that you know what I'm saying? There's value. You know what I'm saying, of input of a mother and father, regardless if the mother and father are together. That's what I'm trying to say.
Look at this. When did we talk about Wild Wild West? That was at least 20 minutes ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. And Mama said knock you out. Tell her to stop commenting. Tell her don't worry about it. Like, that's not how comments work on Facebook. Like, they're supposed to be live, like during the conversation.
Yeah, she watching on YouTube.
She watching on YouTube. She knows what she watching it on. You know what I'm saying?
She comment like a motherfucker too. This all going.
By the time she gets to this, it won't be live no more.
Hey, that's good. Hey, that's good for the algorithm. Let her keep going.
Tell her keep going.
She going ham on this joint. Talking about Roxanne, Shantae, everything. She going nuts. Going nuts. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, coach.
Hey,
coach.
Whoever Dwayne Davis is, he's on time.
He does.
Yeah, he with us.
Yeah,
thank you, Dwayne, for being caught up with us, brother.
He said God allowed us to make our own choices. That's right, bro. That's I was gonna say that too. I was gonna say it to you. So when sometimes though he said rather mistakes or not.
Yeah, go ahead.
So in other words, sometimes you when you say God don't choose our parents, sometimes people are not.
No, I didn't say that.
Together. What you mean? Make mistakes? I got something different from that.
What I said is God doesn't make mistakes in who our parents are.
Well, God don't choose our parents. We do.
How do we? I didn't choose my parents.
No. Not me and you. Not me and you. Like for instance, I chose to be with my wife, right? So because I chose to be with her, we eventually gonna have kids. We had kids. You know what I'm saying?
And there are no mistakes in that.
No, well, I chose to be with her, knowing that we gonna sleep together.
But you didn't choose your parents. That's what he said. They didn't. Your child didn't choose it.
I was giving you an example of sometimes that's what happens. See, when I choose a woman, are we gonna lay down? We're gonna have sex, and there's a possibility. But sometimes when we make those choices, those are not wise choices, and then you have a child, and now guess what? Y'all not meant to be together. God allow you to have a child. But y'all still
that is not a mistake.
The child wasn't a mistake.
No, I didn't say mistake.
But a mistake.
No,
you're the mistake.
No, I never used the word mistake. I'm
Nah,
just
I
saying,
get what y'all
I'm using it
saying.
now.
Y'all saying the same thing.
Same thing,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm not saying I'm not disagreeing with you, but I was just, just chiming in and saying that yes, God don't make no mistakes when you, but some people not supposed to have kids together, and they have kids, and now guess what? They had those problems. They had those problems. You know what I mean? Not and that's saying I hope I'm not saying that toward. I'm not directed to anybody here, but that's what happened.
Oh, we got
you.
Don't worry about it. But you still said, yeah, we gotta clean up whatever you was trying to say. I don't know.
Hey,
we gonna follow
Matty
it
Ice,
up. But,
Matty Ice, you felt me, right? You
Yeah,
understand
he was saying the same thing. Y'all was just kind of hitting it a little bit from from the other end, but
right,
y'all was saying the same thing.
I'm glad my boy,
because
Roddy be trying to chop my head off. He be over the show. He be like this. What you say? Oh, Chef, come on.
Oh yeah, Chef be wilding on his show though. You think he wilding over here? You be on his show. He be wilding like I don't know what. He be, he talk about he don't let nothing phase him, but then again, that's because he walk away from every damn thing. He don't let it.
What they say, it ain't no mistake. It ain't no right or wrong. We got a choice, just like Coach be having the choice to make these terrible picks every week.
So if you want to bring that up, man,
we all got choices. You know what I mean?
You always gotta go low, bro. Like, but you the only Commanders fan I know that don't got no updated gear. You ain't got no W or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I told you I'm a Washington fan. I love my football team.
Real quick.
I never was a fan.
You ain't got no W or nothing.
I'm starting to come around on the name, but I wasn't a fan of the name. But I always rooted for my team, though.
All right, Chef Dennis got to get ready to roll, so we're going to hurry up and do these picks real quick. Coach, you got them ready? So
I'm ready.
The crazy thing is Reese going to be giving her picks like tomorrow afternoon.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah. I would tell Reese you to jump in, but Molly, you watching, you put your picks in. Dwayne Davis, put your picks in. Tell us who you choosing.
All right, we starting on Thursday night. Packers.
No Commanders this week.
No Commanders.
No
definitely
Commanders.
Going to do San Francisco though.
Oh, we are doing San Francisco.
Who we got? Who Thursday?
Packers against the Bears.
Packers and the Lions.
Lions.
Oh, I got the Lions.
Lions. All
Packers.
Right. What?
Y'all are trash.
We trash.
Yo, Lions got it. They can run and pass, bro.
Y'all are trash. That's fine. Falcons at the Vikings.
Dwayne Davis said Lions. Molly said Packers.
I'm going
Vikings, bro.
I'm gonna go Vikings.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Falcons ain't looking too good.
I agree with that.
All right, got it.
The next one, I'll do my easy pick of the week.
Almost done.
The Panthers at the Eagles.
Oh, the Eagles, not Eagles.
That's the easy one.
Eagles.
All right, and now we're going to go Bears at the 49ers.
Bears.
The Bears.
What'd you say?
The Bears at the 49ers. The Bears going to be
That's going to be thought it was going to be a good game. I'm going to go with the Bears, but the Niners probably.
Look, both of my running backs out.
Both. And Trent Williams out.
They still got the Niners to win.
That's the what's the name?
The Bears ain't been losing. Like the Bears ain't been getting blown out. They may be for whatever.
Look,
they ain't getting blown out.
Yeah,
y'all just beat them on a Hail Mary. So
look, I
still won. Don't forget that. Make sure you put the main point is we won.
The Bears still got weapons, and you know what I'm saying? They got a quarterback.
All right, got the Bears. What's next?
Chargers at the Chiefs. That's the tough one. Chargers gonna win.
Chiefs,
by the way. Chargers.
I got Chargers.
I'm going with Chiefs.
Chargers.
I'm going with Chargers.
Chargers good, bruh.
I'm going. They've been on a streak. I'm going with the Chargers.
I'm telling you. Yeah. And the Chiefs been looking like trash.
Nah, I ain't worried about that. They winning.
I want some money, man.
Yeah, they barely won against the Raiders. I give you that.
Huh?
They barely won against the Raiders, but they still winning.
Chargers got
Chiefs should lost last week.
We are all right. So my $20 is gonna be a good pay right there, right here. So I'm gonna hope it I hope it wins. My $20 wins me $377. So put your votes in and let us know what you think. I'm gonna let you know right now, when I come on your show, if this ticket don't win, I'm talking trash the whole time when I be on Who's Cooking. So just so you know.
I mean, he picked against his own teams. I don't even know if he's a 49ers fan. But you know what? I know he's not morally invested. I do know that.
I'm invested. You see all that stuff I got in the back, but I'm just gonna keep it real. Our hopes and dreams are shot. That's it.
Hey, look, fellas, we're gonna go ahead and end this. Get Chef Dennis out of here. I guess you gotta hurry up and take care of the family. Tell the wife I said hi and thank you for joining us today. It's another episode of Dad Mentality. I'll see y'all next week. Have a good day.
Peace, guys.